you grow. So
Help
it's
you grow.
basically like whatever you got to deal with, like they say, you have to use it as a stepping stone to get to the next level. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like she said, as far as for us, both of us had our own issues from the past that, that we've, healed from, for us to be where we are, when we met, so, and, but yeah, there are things that you have to kind of go ahead and deal with before in order to move forward, so that's just, there's no other way around it. So,
That's true. I love how your answers have bled together. It talks about the concept of when we talked about dealing with elements of your past and stuff like that, and the aspects of the devil still moving around in the midst of that. I often tell some of my friends that the significant is that the devil often move and bring up things from your past because that's the only thing he can function in. He can't function in your present or your future, so he likes to bring up the past because they can keep you there. And Cortez, you talked about how that when you're living there and consistently in that past component, you become comfortable because that's what you know. And so
mm,
you have to come out of that comfort zone in order to see beyond that point. Because as long as you're in it, you're just like, okay, well, I guess it's all right. I've been living this long with it. I guess it's gonna be okay. But as soon
right,
as you look over there and see something different, then you're like, well, wait a minute now. This right here is no longer comfortable. I'm tired of
right,
this mess. What I need to do? Who I need to talk to? What I need to get rid of? Because I want to be able to move forward towards whether it's a someday or whatever, what have you, that you have already envisioned for yourself. So awesome. Okay. So let's move along. One of the things that, like I said, about you guys being newlywed, you guys are very familiar with the concept of the courtship, and maybe I should say the, the dating process. Because courtship is like a little old, a little old school. So I guess that speaks to
I
me.
did. Mhm.
But I think let's see, in chapters 10, 11, and 12, I purposely outlined certain concepts of dating that I think that we sometimes miss. And I said we, I'm speaking about us as a whole, that sometimes people like to move too quickly, or they take too long in the dating process, and they're not able to really walk through the beautiful nature that it is, because the dating process is really great. I mean, it gives you a chance to explore stuff with the person, for them to understand you more and things like that. And I think sometimes people sort of skip over that. How important would you say is the dating process when you're getting to know someone for the very first time, or if you guys have been together for a bit? How important? I'm sorry, handsome.
It's okay. Um, I would say that process is very important because, with the dating process, or should I say, with the courtship that you're trying to build, um, you want to you want to have a genuine connection with that person. And so, if no matter if like that person ends up being, not being the person that you're married to, but you still want to at least, have a good friendship out of the end of it, because you have to kind of get to know people before you move on. You want to know where you're at, even though you may feel that you're at this point, but you still want to know, with that person, um, as to far as where you're at. So therefore, as you get to know each other and get to understand better as into how he or she walks, you know, in their own way,
Uh-huh.
then then you can just kind of feel how you mesh in with their pace, because a lot of time when people paths cross, it's like you want to know if when those paths cross, are they the part that's connecting the Y to become
Mm,
one, or are they the part that's just going to be at a crossroads and then keep going their separate ways?
that's right.
So that courtship is something kind of very important, and you don't want to just be just out there,
Uh-huh.
like it's like, and it'll feel like dead space before you know it. So.
That's true. What he said. You're good. Awesome. Okay. So one of the things that I think make people a little nervous about the dating process is the concept of revealing parts of who they are. Because of course, we all have vulnerable areas that we don't necessarily want people to see. And so sometimes you have to be able to know what to share and what not to share in the time frame of it. However, there are some people who have like for lack of a better term, they're blabbermouths. They like to reveal everything about them. They're like, when I was 12, this happened. And you just like, Lord, this is the second day. What has happened? When those individuals you sort of encounter, how do you know when it's a red flag? Like you're looking like, this person is revealing all this stuff because there's something else that's underlying that I need to be aware of. How can you be aware, like if this is a red flag that they're revealing that, or maybe they're a little nervous or something like that? How do you know if it's a red flag?
Well,